the mic check?
No, we're good.
I believe we're already live, so it'd be kind of awkward if we still needed the mic check.
Yeah.
This guy, though. This guy. Right here. I see when we play with the sound on, you end up doing better. So that's also what I've learned. I got a little one up when we play with it muted. It's like the sound in the crowd, and everybody motivates you to want to beat me in a game that you know you are inferior to.
I came back home. That's all I know. That's what's gonna get me.
Going to PSG.
I came back home. This was my original squad this year.
This year. Yeah.
This year. I said this year.
All right. I don't know if I
was riding with it from the get-go.
Yeah, you gotta fix that. I gotta fix this. While you're fixing those settings, I'll say what is good. Welcome to another FIFA Sessions here at Rose City Sports Talk. As always, Bryce Trost, Anwar Jones.
Keep them low.
That is what we generally do here. Is keep
I got
them low.
breaker, checker 1, 2.
We got a shout out to Chucky Buckets. Our boy Nolan Cassidy, he's actually in the building today. And
Chucky, we buck.
As always, pretty much nowadays, providing the score. So if you're looking for some music to bob your head to, or something to write to, rappers.
The Chuckiest of the Buckiest.
Yeah. Check them out. SoundCloud.com/Chucky Buckets PDX. And okay, if you didn't already know, it's a live gaming and sports talk show. So head over to Twitter if you want to check out the live gaming feed. That's at Rose City Sports Talk. And you can also slide over to the .com later to check out past podcasts and past episodes, as well as past featured producers and artists. Shout out to Chucky Buckets, Dre Slaps, Sam.
I saw Slaps last night.
Yeah, what did you see, Slaps?
I said, Slaps, we gotta get you on the top.
Slaps
we need a Slapper.
Is the highest overall.
I did. He was telling me about a dude that was saying that LeBron was better than Jordan. And I looked at him. I didn't engage in street fighter mentality.
This man
loves
that.
Because it would take forever. I'm trying to watch the game. It was too much. But if you're gonna be the best player of all time, you gotta win that game, right?
You gotta know what's up.
You gotta win game 3, right?
You gotta win game 3. You want to start with that? Because that's just, still like, it's salt in the wound, but I know we're gonna have to talk about it right out the gate. So, yeah.
The salt has stayed in the wound when KD signed with the Warriors. It's deja vu.
It goes back to that, and actually, you know what? It goes back to that.
It's the exact same feeling I had last year. It was the exact same. This is the exact same situation. A great game, a great first game. Warriors came out, did what they had to do, game 2, and then you think, oh man, maybe Cleveland might make this a series. Maybe we might get 6 games, and maybe at least a gentleman's sweep. And then KD comes. Then KD
Keep
comes
that
around.
shot low. Keep that shot.
And just had 5 feet deeper this year. Just a dagger. And the whole game, he was just in dagger mode. Like
he was. The argument early on was like, yo, if LeBron keeps playing this, he might join Oscar as as an MVP candidate that lost the finals. Jerry West, thank you.
Jerry West.
But then again, he didn't really show up when he needed to. Whereas Kevin Durant was. Although the numbers were there for any other player in the NBA, but it was Kevin Durant, so therefore people were talking like he hadn't shown up to the fullest of his abilities. And he had kind of acknowledged it. And when it mattered most, Steph having an absolutely horrific. He had a bad game one.
He had a bad game one.
But how many points did he have? How many points did he have?
26.
Yeah, 20. Again, as I just said, to any other player in the NBA that isn't Kevin Durant.
He shot 8 for 20. He had disappointed game 1.
He was acknowledged.
It was more of like it wasn't more so the numbers, more so just the mentality. He looked passive in the game. It looked like he was ready for the moment.
Didn't matter. They picked up the W.
And they still won.
Game 2, you could say the same thing because LeBron was pretty much everywhere, having a historic game, that is. But it didn't matter. They still picked up the W when it mattered. And here comes Game 3 back in Cleveland, where I believe the Warriors were 1.5 point favorites. Didn't matter.
I mean, they had him. They had him.
KD, I don't know if he he acknowledged that Steph was having a bad game and that he needed to just be great, but KD was unstoppable, absolutely unstoppable.
Well, you can see it from the get-go. He was in a good groove. He made his first 4 or 5 shots in the game, so you can tell he was in a groove. He got them. He kept them in the game because with the bad shooting that's probably the worst shooting I've seen of the Splash Brothers there in the playoffs. Like they both were like, there was like a point where they were like 3 for 18 from the field in the first half. Like it was terrible. But you have KD, which is just it's just an unfair advantage because like as good as the Splash Brothers are, like we've seen them win 70 games with Draymond Green. We've seen this team do what they do. If any other situation, if they're going 0 for 15 or whatnot from 3-point range, there's no way they're in that game.
Nice ball.
But you got KD having his career high in the finals, just being just like you said, unstoppable at all times in that game.
On both sides of the floor.
How can you beat this team?
He was playing D.
He swatted LeBron.
Yep.
That was a nice play. I mean, he's been using his length a lot.
Oh, come on.
A lot more. I mean, his rebounding was pivotal in the game. He had the first like 7 rebounds in that game. He was just on the glass. He was locked in from the get-go. And when Steph got hurt in the game, when he went to the locker room, it was a moment where it was just LeBron and KD out there as the real stars. And during that time, like KD still was showing that when he goes toe to toe with LeBron. That's how we thought last year. When he really sized up with LeBron, he can be better than LeBron at some point. Like he outplayed him. We can say he outplayed him last year. And I think in pivotal game 3, where the series is on the line, KD outshined him again. And it was deja vu. I mean, it's easy for him. Their margin of error is so big that he has no pressure. If he kills, he kills. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Like most of the time, they can still find a way to win. One of those guys is gonna go off enough where they can win the game. And tonight it was KD. It was KD's night, and he stole the finals MVP. He's the finals MVP now.
I was gonna say at that point, he wasn't anywhere near the conversation, even though
it was stats. It was stats. Still, like it was set to lose. Like and he lost it, but he hit the biggest shot in
the night. Yeah.
Like of course he's gonna hit that shot. Like when he step back, just dagger.
Oh, that's it. Woo! Couldn't handle the heat.
Just dagger 3. Man.
Check out the live game cam feed over at Twitter. That's at Rose City Sports Talk.
I was at Century watching that game. The whole building like just went crazy. Like it's just like an exasperated like when he hit that.
Oh, so the whole building was rooting for Cleveland.
You had some Golden State fans in there too.
I'm not used to that.
There was a lot of blue and yellow in there. Some people from the Bay, some cats that I know are straight up Golden State fans. A lot of others.
A lot of bandwagons.
That's how they were when the Lakers were on top. Like there was a lot of people from Portland. Like all of a sudden you see all this purple and gold. Like what do you?
Not here.
Like
not here in this household.
Yeah.
Not here in this no, never.
I have purple and gold if you can't see.
Yeah. I know.
30-second episode.
30-second episode. We finally got some Laker gear in here. That's how long it took.
It's always been sprinkled in there.
Third.
Shout out to Magic Johnson, who's gonna bring back Showtime.
Oh wow.
And they're talking about even Woj dropped a little. I don't know if it's a full bomb yet, but it's a lightweight. It's a little landmine. You know? like saying that like Paul George and LeBron are gonna talk in the off season. Like we
already knew that.
LeBron, we might. This guy over here doesn't think giving you an all-star player is gonna be enough to win a championship. What happens if?
Wait, hold on.
If they had Paul George right now.
What did I say?
If they had Paul George right now.
Recap to the.
You're saying this
all
guy,
the people watching.
This
what
guy
I
is
say.
saying
what I
that
say.
LeBron needs 2, maybe 3 other all-stars on his team. Were you not just saying that
outside? Oh my God.
You ain't hearing nothing. You said 2
correctly.
wasn't enough, right? Did I not? Chucky.
No,
that you was enough?
That included him.
Chucky's shaking his head. He's
Chuck-
nodding.
No.
He nodded.
No, he's saying he don't remember now. Come on now. I was saying aside.
Okay,
including
we talk
LeBron.
about. Hold up.
We know for a fact.
Let's preface it.
How about this?
No. I got you.
I got this.
No,
One
no.
simple question answers it. If
No.
Kyrie Irving was with the
That's not
Cavaliers
where
right
we're
now,
going.
would the Cavaliers
Yes, they would be winning.
Thank you. That's it. So he needs a second All-Star, including himself.
No.
He needs it.
Okay,
Kevin
so I'm
Love
gonna put it on
was
wax.
not an All-Star.
What we were talking about.
That's all I said.
Kevin Love is an All-Star. He was an All-Star this year.
Yes,
He's not playing
he
like
was.
an
He's
All-Star.
not playing like an
He
All-Star.
had a great game. He had 20 points. He had one of his better games.
He had a great game. I need games. I need
No,
plural.
of course.
I need plural.
He hasn't given him.
I need
what he
double
needs.
doubles every game.
He needs what Kyrie gave him last year. Those 30, 40 points when he needed
So
some.
he needs.
But
yeah.
you
okay.
said he needs to make a power move. If his only power moves are Houston and Philadelphia. I said the Lakers. You said that's not a power move. I said bringing LeBron and Paul George
I
is a
shouldn't have
power
to
move.
explain
He
this
only needs one
to
All-Star.
the great people
So let me
listening and
know.
watching because
Can LeBron and
And-
Paul George, is that enough to beat the Warriors? In LA.
LeBron James, Paul George, Kuzma.
That's my guy.
You're still
Brandon Ingram.
What's
I think if you're bringing LeBron to
Hey, welcome
LA,
Chucky Buckets.
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah.
I think if you're bringing LeBron to LA, you're not keeping a lot of those young guys around. Maybe a couple, but I
The only
think
guy
they're
we
more
gotta
so
leave is
assets
Randall.
at that point.
The only one they gotta leave is
The
Randall.
only one they gotta let go is Randall
Yeah,
because
okay, I was
he's
gonna
the
say.
only free agent. All those guys are under rookie contracts, so we're not gonna trade them.
Yeah, but they have a lot of value. Like maybe Spurs would be interested in some sort of
Hey,
deal. Or...
Where you going
Spurs,
with that?
If you want,
Where you going with that?
Spurs, if you want Kawhi Leonard, we got Kyle Kuzma. I love you, Kyle, and Brandon Ingram. You're my dog. Luol Deng and a first round pick for Kawhi Leonard.
That's not what he talk about LeBron though. He's talking about destination LeBron, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he was talking about those guys have good trade value. So if you want to make a trade,
I'm saying you can do all
because
that.
you can make a super, you can literally make a super team. You can have Paul George over there sign as a free agent. They have enough cap space.
They do.
LeBron James they have enough cap space
They
for
do.
that.
For two.
And then
For
we
two.
have building blocks
For
that kind
two.
of, like Chucky's saying, we have Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart. Who do you want? We got first round.
Who do
picks.
you want?
So like if you want to get three
We
guys,
have an assortment of youngins.
they
Which
can
one
get
would you like?
get some guys in there.
And all of them have a little bit of experience.
The one I would want
but
to do,
none of them have playoff experience,
I would want the move I want to make.
which is a big deal.
The move I want to make is I'm just thought of this one right here. Weezyland. I have a hire me sign right there. I can do any type of background work you need. I got the trades you need. What if we do a sign and trade for
What's the sign and trade?
Julius Randle goes to New Orleans.
Okay.
We get back Boogie Cousins. We give them Luol Deng in our first round pick. We take back the bad contract of Solomon Hill because he's terrible. But New Orleans gets a first round pick and Julius Randle to pair alongside Anthony Davis. So they don't lose Julius Randle for nothing, but they can still keep that fast up tempo type of offense that they have going for them.
Julius Randle might work well with Anthony Davis.
That's exactly what I was thinking right there. Is
That could work,
Randall
right?
and Anthony actually would be a lot of fun, but I don't think.
So then we got Paul George, LeBron James, and Boogie Cousins.
With you're still sitting.
Woo! That sounds dope.
You're still sitting on
Oh my goodness.
shooters like Kuzma.
Oh, we got Kuzma still on that team.
Yeah.
We got Josh Hart on that team.
Yeah.
Somebody is gonna sign that just wants to get open jump shots.
Yep.
Come on, Magic. Like that's the move. That's your power move.
So,
It's the same situation with Philly.
How about that?
It's the same exact situation with Philly, though.
You'll turn me into being a fan of this move if somehow you can lump in Boogie, because I was not. To me, just acquiring Paul George and LeBron James in one off season
answer me this.
is gonna be. It will be crazy.
Answer me
crazy.
this. Paul George and LeBron James. I mean, not Paul. I mean, Boogie Cousins and LeBron, because they got
without PG.
Because there is talk. I don't like the rumblings, but there's been a lot of whispers that Paul George and him are like best friends and everything.
Come on, man!
Like they bonded, they're clicking. So, but the fact that if he actually does stay with OKC, if you're LA, you can still get Boogie and LeBron to pair alongside those wings that you got.
Just because a dude goes and plays paintball with another.
No, it's
dude.
not that. It's not that. Those guys they're saying like they are legitimate friends and they have
like
been
holding
still,
hands and shit.
Not holding hands, but like those two guys like with
It's a worthy question.
with my guy who's been one of my favorite players since he came in since he won a championship there at Syracuse. Melo's been my guy. Like Melo has to go. And I think that
Melo
team
does have to go.
That
and
team
whoever ends up paying Melo, I feel bad for him because you ain't gonna be earning
with Paul
earning
George. With Paul George and Russell, it's the same dynamic as KD and Russ. But the only difference is that Russ is in the forefront now. You know the hierarchy. Paul George is gonna fall back when he needs to. If he's hot, then they're gonna ride him. But they have good chemistry together, and they're good friends, and they have, I think, better chemistry than KD and Russ had. Because there was always that battle of there was always that battle of whose team it was.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
It's a different play.
Do it.
Oh, we're gonna score!
If that turned into a goal for you, I would have been so pissed off. This man scores off deflections in the most random boo-boo.
First the
Gia, of course.
Go check the live feed on Twitter.
Yeah. Look at this man. Beat me to the lead. You already know. Check the live feed of Twitter and already. Come on. I'm behind it. You're gonna end up pulling this out here.
This is my squad. I'll just let you know.
My guys showed up in the first half, and now they're looking flat-footed.
You know, the only good thing is like this is like the inevitable of this season right here. We already knew that Golden State was going to win the championship.
Yeah, we did.
Like we wished, we hoped, we prayed.
Yak.
We rubbed all the little stomachs we needed to. We did everything we needed to do. Lucky we had gold, we had little leprechauns we were running up to. We wanted Golden State to lose. It's not gonna happen. It was all fantasy shit.
And
now,
here's the thing, it's not gonna happen unless somebody makes a serious
this offseason,
move.
people are pissed, like they're done. I know if the fans are done, the players are done watching these guys just rack up rings. There's gonna be some teams there's too many talented players right now on the market where we're gonna see a shift this offseason. There's gonna be some major moves happening. So the closer we can get to the new shape of the league, I'm all about it. We're gonna have the draft. That can always be a game changer.
I mean, it's gonna have to be some dramatic shaping.
I should have hit that.
You should have.
But it's gonna be crazy, and just
I don't.
Where LeBron?
No.
Where LeBron goes? I mean, that's basically he's not anywhere LeBron goes. He's coming with an all-star. If he goes to Philly, which we haven't even talked about.
We haven't talked about.
Let's shout out.
Yo, shout out to my wife's burner account.
Which one?
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 burner accounts.
And Brian Colangelo was like, I plead the fifth.
it almost looked like it was gonna work. Did it not?
So
Did it not?
let me no. There was no way.
That's the
there was
game.
no way
Check
that
out the
could
live
possibly
feed of
work.
Twitter.
But what do you do in that scenario? Like, how did he just put his what? Can we find his wife still on the bus? Is she still there? Because he threw her completely under the bus with that.
Yeah.
Like it was her. They were misguided. I had no knowledge. Come on, man. She was caping for you. She was ride or die. we told from the get go when we found out that
You
we were like,
I think
she
it's
was right or
game
not.
still.
I still think
it's.
I'm
think
gonna
it's
walk
fair.
it back because I'm gonna go back to my original sentiment, which I really think it was him.
I think it was both.
him.
I think it was a
And-
collaborative effort.
But it was.
I think it was both.
But at what point is he like, listen, baby, so at some point someone's gonna figure this out, and this is what I'm gonna need you to do. Like, and this is how big of a dick I'm gonna be towards you. Like,
Yeah, you had to for the family, because they were saying that Jerry Colangelo, you know, the president of U.S. basketball was making threats that, yo, if you fire Brian Colangelo, I'm gonna damage your reputation around the league. I'm gonna make it difficult for you, type of thing. Like you out here throwing threats when it's your son that was the one that messed up, or his wife. Somebody messed up in the situation, so you gotta claim that.
come on.
So you make yourself like with Jerry Colangelo setting threats like that, and it makes sense why it took so long for that thing to clear up. Everybody's wondering, like, we know you had some knowledge of it. Once the Ringer set them up, once they turn off the other 3 accounts, boom, you're guilty.
Yeah.
They said that's the only guy that they told was Brian Colangelo, and then all of a sudden those accounts just happened to go offline.
That's like, so if it's his wife though, like.
So you told her the information, man.
Yeah, but then he'd have to have known. So
Exactly.
then he's lying.
He's
Unless-
telling her the information like that. It came out.
That's why I'm glad no matter what it comes down to he got the axe, because let's be honest, we know he did it. We know he did it.
He did, and then look, we already get it.
Is that my phone? Yours? Oh, okay. I'm like, is someone trying to live FaceTime us while we're live FaceTiming? Like,
Yeah, we could do that. We could take questions on Twitter.
yeah. Hit us up. Yeah. And like, follow, and subscribe on the YouTube and all that good shit too, because we're all over the place here.
But that's gonna be. They have a huge summer coming up, and they can get somebody who can make moves in there. That's a dream job to have Joel Embiid, to have Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, Dario Saric, first round picks there.
LeBron James.
Four draft, like that's the one. You sign LeBron. If your first move is LeBron James,
So if you're LeBron James, does this whole situation deter you, or is it really just about? Because let's be honest,
we talked about
LeBron James
that
has had
time.
front office issues his whole career.
I don't know.
I mean,
woo!
I think this is a positive for
It was
LeBron's
off.
case
Was it
to
off
that.
wax when we talked about that?
it was off wax.
It was off wax.
Yeah.
Chucky Bucks was up in there. Chuck, if we buck, talking about David Griffin and Chauncey Billups being GM, possible GM.
You know what?
Because
you might be able to check that conversation out over on Twitter, because Twitter signs in before we go live on everything else, and you can catch all kinds of behind-the-scenes footage on Twitter. So it might be
I
on
think
Twitter.
it increases their chances though, because of the simple fact that LeBron, he's had problems with GMs before. David Griffin
Every
basically
GM
got
he's ever
him
been
everything
with.
he needed last time.
Yeah.
And I think going forward, he has a good relationship with him. Or you bring in somebody like Chauncey Billups, who can be his first signing is bringing in LeBron. You flipping some of those guys, some of those rookie guys for vets. They got 4 draft picks in there, 2 first rounders that they can make. They have 5 draft picks actually. 2 of them in really good positions. They can be right there for a championship.
I feel like LeBron would rather go somewhere with a GM he can choose than a GM that he already likes.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Like
With Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, so I think
Respects.
that's like that being that's. When has there ever been a GM job vacant that's on this level of
I feel
like team? Like it's dumb.
Yeah.
Like this. That's
What
like
college-
It took a scandal this to get that job open.
Like,
Hey, but guess what?
like,
It's worth it, because if Chauncey ends up there, that could be it. That could be the selling point.
Who wouldn't want that job?
Yo,
Now, if I'm a GM
LeBron,
right now,
that would attract LeBron.
if I'm a GM right now, I'm setting up a burner account like, yo, I'm interested in the Philly job.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that from me.
Hashtag my last
My
name.
wife's
Sources say Bloody D-Box is interested.
Yeah.
Look,
D-Box's wife's burner phone.
Yeah.
No. It's gonna be good either way. What I would like to see is him in Philly, and we've talked about this.
Why Philly? He has
Why
over $40
Philly?
million of real estate in Los Angeles.
It doesn't matter.
You have your own production company.
So we're gonna
You're
set
into
up a
making
poll here.
movies.
We're gonna set up a poll here, and we've coined a couple phrases. And since we've talked about it, it's time to put it on wax.
Where do you wanna live?
One of those is where's the king gonna end up? Right? Where will the king reside? So are we going to witness lay process?
Witness the process.
Witness lay process in Philly,
Yes.
or what was our Lakers?
The Lake Show with King James.
The Lake Show with King James. So you tell us which is gonna be, and we're gonna. I think we got some logos and some t-shirts in the works.
Yeah.
And,
We got some t-shirts in the works.
And
I will be rocking the Lake Show.
I'm definitely gonna be rocking Witness Lay Process.
And the third shirt, where you vote on it, Chucky Buck is gonna have to wear that one.
Yeah,
so the
yeah.
overall majority
Yeah.
goes to.
Yeah.
Like the Memphis Grizzlies.
Get out of here with that. All right, this has been another FIFA Sessions. As always, check us out at RoadCitySportsTalk.com. Shout out to Chucky Buckets for the score. Slide over to SoundCloud.com/Chucky Buckets PDX for that goodness.
When you Chucky it, if you buck it.
And if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe, and talk that shit. Talk that shit.
And I'm gonna be doing my mock draft soon. It's gonna be dropping probably in the next couple weeks. I'll have the writing and all I'm working on. I got like 6 drafts.
You getting fancy.
Yeah, I do. I do that mock draft. I'm known for it. Been doing mock drafts since I was a fourth grader.